Okay, it's June 7th, and I'm going to do a quick video. So I have some strawberries. We've been getting about this much every day. I have to pick them less ripe than I want because the birds seem to know intrinsically when they are perfect, and they beat me to it. So that's kind of a bummer, but we've been getting about that much every day, which is really nice. I have some Brussels sprouts and some chamomile. You can tell they're a little stressed by the heat. And then tons of weeds. If you guys know what these are, I would love to hear what these are, because I'm not sure what they are, but they're popping up everywhere. And then I have some cilantro and some spinach, which I'm going to harvest this weekend. But we were searching for some caterpillars. My daughter was helping. She wasn't very gentle. I have one zucchini. I had originally planned on doing this one vertically, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to let it just take over the bed because I'm busy. I have a newborn and I've just got to let things go. I believe this is self-seeding from my ink and ground cherries, so I'm going to let those just go. Broccoli. I have peas. I haven't gotten any off of this one yet, but I'm looking forward to when I do. I moved my chocolate mint into the shade. I have some basil in here and some catnip. I have some more costata romanesco zucchini. I have some beets. I've been cutting the scapes off of some of these and using those. And then I have some tomatoes in the back. My raspberries are getting close. The bees are just loving those. My blueberries are getting close. Let's see which one would be closer. I don't know, but they're not blue yet. So, and I don't know if you can see, but my corn over in there. It's okay. It's not thriving, but it's okay. And then I've got more garlic, lots of flies, which I think are why I have maggots on my root vegetables. I have 2 types of cabbage. I have some carrots. I have tomatoes. I have onions. I believe that's a leek. Pulled out a lot of the dill in here, as you could see, because it was kind of shading things. Got more carrots. My pole beans. I need to have my trellis here soon. Really soon. And I'm not sure what these are, but we'll see. Kale, romaine. My mesclun mix has not done well. More romaine. I think that's a potato that self-sowed itself, which is kind of interesting because I don't really remember planting a potato there. Some more romaine. My pak choi bolted, but I'll still use it. Tomatoes, nicotiniya, tomato, marigold. God bless you. Cabbage. Starting to get nice and firm. Yay, I want some sauerkraut. And the Napa cabbage just isn't my kind of cabbage. I don't know how to use it. So if you use Napa cabbage, what do you do? Here's 2 different types of pak choi. This is prize, what I normally do. And this is Shanghai. And the leaves are different. I think the leaves are pretty. It's tending to bolt a little faster than I like. So we'll see how that does. Another cabbage. I love sauerkraut, can you tell? I have 2 pickling cucumbers. Look how sad this one is. I have silver slicer cucumbers, nicotiniya, can't remember. This was supposed to be a bachelor button, but I haven't seen any of that. Cabbages, tomatoes. And down here, you can tell I need to harvest some of these, but look at my turnips. When I harvest them, they're knobby. They are riddled with maggots, and I really hate maggots. Look at the shape of this. I just don't know. So please, if you guys know what I should try, let me know, because I just don't know. And it kind of breaks your heart when you're planting stuff And I know I need to harvest them smaller to avoid it. They seem to come when the plants are more mature. I mean, like they even split. It's just so bizarre. So I'll be back over, but I've got beets. Of course, they're not ready yet. Oh, look who I just found on my wrist. As I said, I didn't have much of a slug problem. Although for us, this really is nothing. It's not even focusing on my arm. Yucky, you can get off of me. I don't really care for slug bracelets. I just moved a nasturtium. Again, I'm tired, so I'm just filling the beds because I love this guy named Justin Rhodes on YouTube, and he says Mother Nature is modest, so if you don't cover her, she'll cover herself. So I'm just finding things to cover because I'm tired. Again, I've got more turnips in here. I've got more cabbage. This is a different kind of cabbage. Oh, my one little broccoli. My head is very small, teeny tiny, teeny tiny. Some pretty sad and happy romaine. I think that's another broccoli. And another cabbage. I love eating nasturtium, but I don't know that I'm gonna eat this one because something else had. But I heard somewhere that nasturtium has one of the highest beta carotene that you can eat. But anyway, so I transplanted this one yesterday. That's why it's pretty sad. Bolting pak choy, cabbage, but I'm nervous to transplant this one. But I want my cucumbers behind it. Here's a bolted Napa cabbage. Here's where some of my peas are. Yay for peas! Again, I've got more garlic. This one is just a summer squash. This one is lemon balm, carrots. I believe this one is probably more turnips. And these ones are still quite small. But I thought I had some beets that were, see, look at that one, didn't do anything yet. I thought I had some beets that might be close to harvesting, because I always love seeing when people pull things out. There's a beet in here. I haven't been able to find any beets in the store for the longest time, and I'm not sure why. Is nobody else eating beets anymore? I've been wanting to make borscht, but there's been no beets. So I've got Swiss chard, and believe it or not, the birds like these. It took me forever to figure out what it was. I'm not sure why. And last year they had tons and tons of little white eggs underneath them that I could never figure out what they were from. And they got leaf miners as well. And then there's some tomato. Finally, I got one parsley growing, so I'm definitely going to save seeds from that. I've got some Tokyo Bacana. I'm really liking that variety. It does kind of bolt, but I love it. It's really nice. More tomatoes. This is supposed to be, oh, hello. Excuse me. It's supposed to be kohlrabi, but it bolted. And then more pak choy, more peas. More of the same stuff, right? I do have collard greens in here somewhere, and collard greens do look like kind of a kale before they bolt. I've got my squash behind my apple trees, which are doing good. I'm gonna need to, as soon as the bees lose interest in some of these alliums, I'll just chop them down because I just don't use them. I've got my apples covered with their pantyhose. I think somebody's waking up. Are you waking up? Are you waking up? Hi, sweetheart. You're so pretty. Yeah, just 1 minute. I'm gonna have to go here really quick. But the potatoes, I have the little boys. I have potatoes. I think that looks like a sunflower to me. This is a butternut. That's supposed to be a butternut. Thyme. More potatoes. Bush delicata. Here's where some of my strawberries are. One of these two is supposed to be a Burgess butternut squash, or buttercup, excuse me. This one is also a Burgess buttercup, and that one is supposed to be a small pie pumpkin. And that is my main garden. Thank you for tuning in, and I really welcome any suggestions. That's part of what I do like about YouTube is I think we're all growing together and sharing our knowledge freely. And that's how we all can get better at what we do. So if you see any suggestions, let me know. Oh, a rabbit's been in here. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.